Welcome again, Taurus, June 2020, midway through the most crazy year, I'm sure you'd agree. I'm Dadhichi from astrology.com.au. For those of you that are new, welcome. And we can see with the large number of, let's get this rolling, the large number of planets that are retrograde, including your ruling planet here in your second house of finance, receiving what we call the combustion of the sun. The combustion means if you look at the sun here, very near to your ruling planet, it's burning up the energy. In other words, your ruling planet is retrograde and also under the duress of the sun. The sun rules your fourth house, personal happiness, family affairs, mother. All of these sorts of things might bring you into a state of anxiety, also a physical state of lowered vitality. Please look after your health under this cycle. The ruling planet is probably the most important component of the horoscope. That may be more pronounced here on the 6th. As you can see here, the full moon taking place right opposite the sun, as it usually does, and your ruling planet. So I think that's going to be a trigger date for you, and it also happens on the nodes. So this is an eclipse period, and one that affects your finances, your family affairs, and your value system, particularly the value you place on yourself. Look at all of these planets that are retrograde. Your relationship ruler is also retrograde there. This is Pluto ruling your 7th house. You've got Jupiter ruling the 11th house and the 8th house. 11th house is your profitability, 8th house is banking. So these things, and I think a lot of us would agree that the finances in our lives have been thrown into a tailspin because of the current world conditions. You have to be careful around the 12th and 13th when the moon, the darkening moon, is approaching Mars and Neptune in this 11th house. So there can be squabbles or disagreements over money, over what it is you're owed. See the square aspect here also to the sun. So this is government agencies, this is taxation. These are all the areas that you need to be mindful of. And as much as you can see this T square, these are what we call the nodes, karmic points in your horoscope, in that harsh right angle combination to the moon as it's moving here around the 15th and 16th through the house of expenses, charitable donations. You might find yourself helping people at this time, but it's also, again, going to be a month where you really need to look after your health. There it is there on the 17th, moving into your sun sign with abrupt Uranus. It's going to be doing this every month now for the next 5 or 6 years, because this Uranus transit is a very slow moving transit and one that has a marked impact. You see here Saturn, your career planet, one of them, along with this Uranus, in retrogression as well. So all sorts of things in your life right now are in a bit of a tailspin. The retrogression shows you have to go back and mindfully piece together those parts of the jigsaw that haven't fit properly. And so don't look at the retrogression as a negative thing. It is actually a way that you can begin things anew. And speaking of beginning things anew, that moon right next to the sun there on the 22nd is a new moon in your 3rd house of negotiations, contracts, neighbors, brothers and sisters, short journeys. Notice also Mercury at that time goes retrograde. So a lot of energy here if you're wanting to turn over a new leaf, get a lot of these other aspects of your life in order. It is a matter of renegotiation. I'm going to make a note of that because I've got to put headlines here for each of these star signs. And so for you, I think, Taurus, renegotiation is a big key word. Don't be afraid to talk to people, change the terms and conditions of the deals you've got in place, and you can actually come out on top of that. It might be a good idea to do that when this Mercury goes forward, because Mercury has a strong impact on your finances. That's the 2nd house here of Gemini and your 5th house of speculation, children. Look at the grand square we've got here. There on the 23rd. Was that the 23rd? I better get my glasses on. I can't see properly. 28th. Time flies when you're having fun. So that's an important one there. Be careful of any sort of impulsive investments. The 6th house here is also related to debt and health. Both those questions coming up again, and even towards the last day or so of the month. Actually, the last day of the month is a brightening moon there in your 7th house. Not a great position for the moon in the sign of Scorpio. But this is your strength this month. Coming back to the theme for you. Yes, lots of retrogression here, as we see everywhere in your chart. You notice here that towards the end of the month, Venus has gone into its forward motion. That's a good omen for you, for your health. That should show things should start to pick up, but not immediately. When a planet goes retrograde and then apparently stops, it needs a little bit of time to pick up steam. And I think that is a perfect analogy for what's happening with you this month, Taurus. Renegotiation. In the meantime, take a look at the weekly horoscopes I've got up, daily horoscopes, yearly horoscopes. I've got them all there for you at astrology.com.au. I'm here to negotiate your horoscope with you as well. If you're looking to find out what's going on at a deeper level, this karmic level, which is the really important component, we see here the karmic points have moved into your finance sector. That's something you're going to want to talk about. And I'm here available if you want to make an appointment. Look forward to your company again next month. Take care. Be very careful. Stay safe. Bye for now.